Alright, hello everyone. It was a lot of fun filming that little time lapse. I've done some time lapses before, but I've kind of had a pause, and this was the first time in the house where I live now. I saw that it was a beautiful, active, cloudy day, and I put it out. But I mean, it was a pretty crazy setup that I had going on. I got this Coke and P system now for my camera, which allows me to use these like 84 millimeter glass plates. This one has like a ND filter that, I've been doing photography since 2010. YouTube is chock full of really high quality photography stuff, but if you guys are interested, I'd be more than happy to provide tips and tricks and know-how on how to do it, and probably will no matter what. The very most important thing for you to do is to keep shooting. It doesn't matter if you have a 5-year-old smart camera, like whatever it is, shoot in RAW, shoot JPEG, up close, far away. You'll figure out what you like to do and really focus on that. I'm such a visual generalist that I really like shooting people as much as landscapes, as much as astrophotography, and now recently food photography, but more on that in a minute. I've again had a pretty busy week. Spoiler alert, probably what I'll be saying again and again in the beginning of these videos, because I can't help myself. That's how I feel when I think about what I've been up to. Now, I do feel that I know how to relax, but even my vacations are a bit performance-based. As an example, last year my biggest vacation was 3 weeks in Italy, where me and 2 friends trekked Alta Via 1, the Road of Peace in Italy, in the Dolomites. Really love to get things done. This is a lifestyle and part of who I am. So okay, what is a busy week in the life of the hologram? At work, doing my second training where I teach coders and other people who are not UI UX designers how to do user interface, user experience design, all the way through a very intensive 2-day course. I love it. I got a new project. I'm working with this really awesome company, basically redoing HR services for their team to just become modern and awesome, and I'm really excited about that project. Another thing that I'm really excited about is that at the end of last year I became a shareholder in a new restaurant in Kallio, a place called Hum Hum, and that's really dope. You should really go check it out. So I've been taking care of making their brand and doing some photography and doing all kinds of visual stuff for them, and that's been a lot of fun. I got to paint my first big project where I painted their inside of the restaurant, and that was really cool. So if you're ever in Helsinki, biased opinion, but you should go check it out. Also, one other thing is that I have a friend whose brother has kidney failure, and we're trying to help him raise some money, and that was the video that I made last week. And unfortunately we've been kind of having some issues because of course we want to do everything by the books, and there's just a lot of restrictions. PayPal, for example, doesn't let any Tanzanian account request or receive any money. They can only send out money. So we've had to kind of look into the options of how we can get him the funding. But we haven't been able to start the campaign, and it's their family is so poor that they can't afford dialysis, and so now he's gone from pretty much every day of having dialysis. He went 5 times a week dialysis, and now they're down to 3, and it's really hard on the body when the blood doesn't get purified. I mean, it's really heartbreaking, and I really hope that we get him the help that he needs so that we get that crowdfunding started soon. And even that in many ways a moonshot, because of course it's really hard to grab people's attention to be convinced that even putting $1 or $2 or even sharing it on their timeline on Facebook. And so amidst all of this, trying to find time to finish a friend's website. Yeah, I'm behind on that, so sorry dude. Busy week. Last week also, where I made the first video on the first weekend of the new year, thrown together really fast because I had used most of my day making that other video. This week I want to clear up some of the things that were in the other video. Those clips that you saw in the beginning were all about how I've tried throughout the years to make different types of like video essays, video guides, what have you, and first didn't have the equipment, didn't have even a smartphone camera, but of course I had my laptop, but there was no clear sight for me. I didn't want to go ghetto. I have always been a bit of a perfectionist with my craft, to my benefit and detriment, so I just haven't put out anything really properly concrete, had a plan. But over the years, of course, it's matured as I've tried these different things, and gained more experience, gained more equipment. Where I've fallen flat is that I haven't sat my ass down and written enough to have concepts and plans. The closest I came to that was in 2015 when I started my own company, and on the side tried to get funding for a concept called the Hollow Guide to Helsinki, where I would do a video guide to my hometown Helsinki and really show what the place has in store for people. That didn't take off because I was really busy and I never managed to acquire funding, even though I tried, and I just had to get a day job and never found the time to really follow through on that, which I would love to do. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe in the summer, if I keep doing these and kind of get more structured, to finally be able to make some sort of a summer guide to Helsinki. This is kind of like a light way of me kind of saying, bug it, I got to do something, because something is always better than nothing. So the only writing that I really did do was poetry and songs. The better you've planned things, the faster along you can move forward, because you don't have to speculate and try as much. When you have a hypothesis, when you have a plan, you know what you're trying to go toward, and if you fail, then you know you have failed, and then you can analyze where you fell short, and you learn, and next time you do it even better, and that's how you acquire any kind of skill. Doing anything is infinitely more productive than doing nothing. I've wanted to do this for a long time and haven't been able to find the way forward, but now I feel I have. That this is something, it's a beginning, it's very basic, but it's something. So I'm really excited about that. So I was born in the Soviet Union, and the photo that I used in the first video was with my father's side grandmother and my 2 cousins. But here's my mom and here's my brother, and they're awesome. And actually this music in this week's episode is by my brother, Messy Mike, so go check him out, messymike.com. Personally, I do design for a living, as I kind of alluded to by talking about what I've been up to this week. I truly believe in the power of design. We all design, like if you think about, if you write like a note to yourself, if it's urgent and you have to remember to do it, then you're going to use a very different type of layout on that note than if you're just making like a grocery list. And helping us become more aware of what design is and what it's based on, what are the principles of it, we can really take power and control of ourselves and make ideas into concrete concepts with plans and estimates, and these things are what take us forward. So I'm really excited about the thing that I get to do for a living, and I really love it. So in my life, I've attempted to make all kinds of endeavors work, and they haven't, I just move forward, because I truly believe that we have to try to give our best into every moment and everything that we try to do. When, for example, things really didn't work out in Tanzania, or when my business was too overwhelming for myself to continue and I switched to having a day job. There's a transition period. It's very easy to hold on to things that we cherish, to put ourselves on our own cross. But we have to try and learn just to see it for what it is, and to forgive ourselves. We are only human, all of us. We have to be our own friend. We have to, give ourselves a tap on the shoulder and move forward and just continue to be open and passionate. And if we don't feel that anymore, to give ourselves time and to stop and to meditate on it and to analyze it and to feel what it is, because if we don't learn, we'll find it again in front of us. When we get tunnel vision, we usually do ourselves a disservice. And the trick to life, the older we get, is to be aware, to kind of have that wide angle to life. And one of the main things or prerequisites for this is that you do have to be honest with yourself and try to live authentically, because if you're not actually striving to understand yourself and to change the things, you won't be able to sell yourself on the idea that we're moving forward. Even though it feels bad, at some point it'll start feeling better, and then it won't hurt you anymore. And it'll become integrated as a part of you, and then you can move forward. Who knows, a lot of people get through life never coming face to face with this, but you cause a lot of pain. So that's the main thing that I want to leave you guys with. Love yourself and be your greatest ally, because if you don't live your life, who will? I can't express in words how happy I am that I'm doing this. I feel great, and I hope you feel great too. Have yourself a great time, and I'll see you next week.